This is Lulu, cutest dog on the planet. She's going to help us with some nail trim education here. And we have a close-up video of how to exactly do the nails, but on that video it's hard to tell how to hold the dog. So when you're doing nail trims on a little dog, it is helpful if you have a second pair of hands. And what you want to do is make sure when you're handling each leg that you're not pulling it out to the side, which is uncomfortable for the dog, but keeping the leg close to the dog. And so if I were going to do her nails, I would be coming across her to do her nails this way, and her foot's right in front of her. And I'm looking at, and I'm doing each individual nail like this. And then the dew claw, which is always the tough one to angle in there. Now she's helpful, she likes to lie down, but I like to do the foot backwards like this, and then I can see the bottom of the foot. But you can also bring it forward like this and keep it right underneath her. So my hand's under, Gia's just supporting her, and then you trim each nail like that. So for a standing large dog nail trim, I want to make sure I keep the leg underneath the dog. So I can pull it out in front, I can fold it up behind, but what I don't want to do is this, because that's uncomfortable for the dog. So Maddie's got a handful of treats for River, and he's eating those. And all I'm going to do is position him for the nail trim, clip a nail, and what I would do at home is I would reward every single clip. If he's not used to nail trims, you know, River's very good about it, but a lot of dogs have to get used to it. And so you're going to clip a nail, and then you're going to give him a treat and let him have his foot in between. It's going to take time at first, and that's okay. And then I'm going to lift up his foot, I'm going to clip a nail, and then we're going to give him a treat. And if I do it in front of him, for the dew claw, I've got to do it in front. I'm going to clip a nail, put his foot down, give him a treat. And when you're getting them used to nail trims, it's fine to do exactly what I'm doing right now, which is I'm not actually clipping his nails because I've got that in a different video, but you can pretend to do it, and that's a lot less stressful. I will often put the dog's foot on my leg behind because for some reason they're more comfortable with that. It's like they have their foot on a surface that's stable, and I can cut the nail, give a treat. And again, his leg is underneath him. Cut the nail, give a treat. I can also bring his foot behind him like this. Some people prefer to do that. And it's the same thing. We're going to cut the nail and give a treat. Cut the nail and give a treat. Okay? I have a pile of cookies right here. He can see them. He's focused on the cookies, but he can't get them. So I lift up the foot, I fold it under, and again, I will sometimes put the foot right on my lap, and I'll cut the nail and give a treat. If he's used to it, I'll keep the foot up there, cut a nail, give a treat. If he's not used to it, I want to let him put it down because I want him to rest in between. Now I'm right-handed. This foot is particularly hard to do in front. I can't do it in front. I fold it up and do it behind. This foot, same as with the other side. I can come from underneath him, keep his foot underneath him, trim a nail, let it go down, give a treat. Put his foot on my lap, trim a nail, put it down, give him a treat. There you go, you did so good, buddy. You were Thank you so much for the kisses. Thank you so much for the kisses. There you go. And Daisy had a sedated procedure today, so she's feeling a little bit sleepy still. So if they're lying down, it's very helpful because lying down, you can really see what you're doing. And all you're going to do is hold her paw in one hand. It's helpful to have a second person so that there's somebody petting them and reassuring them, and you're going to cut your nails like in this position. And her nails have already been cut, so I'm not actually cutting them. This is how I would hold her paw, her front paw, and you can do the bottom paw if your dog is nice and relaxed like this. It's a very nice position to be in to do this nail trim. And same thing with the hind feet. We do the hind feet from, I would be right in here, but I don't want to block the view. So again, same thing. Cutting the nail here, 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 and here. So when you're doing your nail trim, you want to trim in small bites multiple times. So a little bit of the nail at a time. Your first cut, you're going to trim the nail straight up. And then your second cut, you're going to trim in small bites on either side of that. And then trim a little bit more from the top. Again, vertically. A little bit from each side. When you're close to the quick, you'll see that this little white area in the center looks soft as opposed to flaky. You want to make sure you're not cutting the tip of the quick. And on a white nail you can see it, but on a black nail you have to kind of guess where it is, and so err on the side of caution.